A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant development for the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, a ceasefire deal has been signed between the government and the M23 rebel group, marking a pivotal moment in the ongoing conflict that has plagued the eastern region of the country for decades. The agreement, reached on Saturday in Doha, Qatar, follows months of mediation efforts by Qatari officials and comes on the heels of a Congolese-Rwandan peace deal finalized in Washington last month. The ceasefire agreement is part of a broader declaration of principles that outlines commitments from both parties to uphold a permanent ceasefire, refrain from hate propaganda, and avoid any attempts to seize new territories by force. The M23 rebel group, which has gained notoriety for its rapid territorial gains in eastern DRC earlier this year, had insisted on negotiating its own ceasefire following the Washington agreement, which they felt did not adequately address the complexities of the situation on the ground. The conflict in eastern DRC has been fueled by a mix of local grievances and regional dynamics, including the legacy of the 1994 Rwandan genocide, which saw many Tutsi refugees, including M23 fighters, cross into Congo. The African Union, AU, has welcomed the ceasefire agreement as a major milestone in the pursuit of peace and stability in the Great Lakes region. AU chairperson Mahmoud Ali Yusuf emphasized the importance of this agreement in the context of ongoing efforts to restore security and humanitarian conditions in eastern DRC, where millions have been affected by violence and displacement. The ceasefire deal, which follows 3 months of intense negotiations, includes provisions for an immediate cessation of hostilities and a commitment to engage in formal negotiations for a comprehensive peace agreement. This roadmap also outlines a plan for restoring state authority in the eastern provinces once a peace agreement is finalized. The humanitarian crisis in eastern DRC has reached alarming levels, with over 7 million people displaced and thousands more killed during the recent fighting. Despite the positive steps taken with the ceasefire agreement, key questions remain regarding the withdrawal of Rwandan troops and M23 fighters from seized territories. The DRC government has been adamant about the need for M23 to withdraw from areas under their control, while the rebel group has called for trust-building measures to facilitate dialogue about the root causes of the conflict. In recent months, there have been indications of a shift in the DRC's stance towards engaging with the M23, with government officials acknowledging the need for dialogue to address the ongoing crisis. The declaration signed in Doha represents the first formal commitment by both sides to seek a peaceful resolution to the conflict since the M23's aggressive offensive earlier this year, which saw them capture key cities such as Goma and Bukavu. The DRC's government spokesperson Patrick Muyaya reaffirmed the country's commitment to restoring state authority across its territories and emphasized the importance of the ceasefire agreement in protecting the rights and safety of civilians affected by the conflict. He noted that the declaration respects the DRC's non-negotiable conditions, including the withdrawal of M23 from occupied territories. As negotiations for a comprehensive peace agreement are set to commence no later than August 8th, the international community remains hopeful that this ceasefire will pave the way for a sustainable resolution to the conflict. The deal aligns with the broader peace framework established during the recent talks between DRC and Rwanda in Washington, which sought to address the regional dimensions of the conflict. The DRC, along with support from the United Nations and Western powers, has accused Rwanda of providing military assistance to the M23 rebels, a claim that Rwanda has consistently denied, asserting that its involvement is solely for self-defense against threats posed by armed groups operating in eastern DRC. As the situation unfolds, the focus now shifts to the upcoming negotiations and the potential for a lasting peace that could finally bring stability to a region that has endured decades of violence and suffering. The eyes of the world will be watching closely as both parties work towards a resolution that not only addresses the immediate cessation of hostilities, but also lays the groundwork for a comprehensive peace that respects the rights and aspirations of the Congolese people. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.